Hey everybody, Mr. Morel here, and I just wanted to do a video announcement explaining what this week is going to look like. It's going to be pretty simple, but I just wanted to make a video to tell you what the plan is for the week, hoping it would be a little more clear than if I wrote it out. So the plan for this week is that we're going to go ahead and do 2 assignments, and those assignments are going to be due on Friday. One of them is just going to be a Unit 5 review, the exact same types of reviews that you've been seeing since we got started with this whole shindig. And then the other one is you're going to start a geometry project, and you're going to see one part of that project will be due this week by Friday. So let's just break this down and start by talking about the Unit 5 review. So on the Unit 5 review, this is going to be an inequalities review. So that's going to be like the alligator mouths, less than, greater than, all of that stuff. I wanted to say, don't forget the story of the cows when you start graphing. Don't forget the pastures and the poison grass and stuff like that. I believe Mr. Runyon is the one that made the videos for the hints on this assignment on Edulastic, and he doesn't know anything about the cows. So I just wanted to throw a reminder that way. And also, there are some really good tools on Edulastic in case you don't know that. And if you're struggling with the tools, here's just a really quick overview about what you can do with those tools. So the first thing you're going to see when you go on Edulastic is you're going to see the question, and then you're also going to see a place to type in your answer. If you don't see those, you may need to refresh the page. Sometimes this program gets bogged down, and refreshing helps out a lot. But across the top, there's something that there's a bunch of buttons up there that you should be aware of if you're not already. The first is a check answer button, and you can actually check your answer up to 5 times per question. So if you think you have an answer, you can type it in, click the check answer button, and if it turns green with a check mark, it's right. If it turns red with an X, it's wrong. And you can check up to 5 times before you have to move on to the next question. So that's basically 5 redos right there. All right, the button next to it is a hint button. We've been working hard, all of the 9th grade math teachers, to make you videos to help you know how to do certain problems. And especially with this assignment, you're going to be making number lines, you're going to be making intervals and full-on graphs where you're shading one side. You're going to want to watch the hint button to see how to actually put those answers into the computer. Mr. Runyon will help you with that, so make sure you click on the hint button. There's an on-screen calculator for you to use, so if you don't like your calculator at home, just click that button right there. And finally, there is a scratch pad that will let you draw work on the screen, just like it was a scratch paper. And we're going to talk more about this scratch pad thing in a little bit. You're welcome to and encouraged to use that scratch pad option. Now, I just need to tell you, you need to use the tools. I don't think I'm going to allow anybody to redo this assignment since you get to redo every single question 5 times. If you're feeling like you're stuck on a question or maybe you think you're right, take a screenshot of it and send it to me. Everybody gets a unique question in this program. And so if you just tell me you're struggling with question number 2, I have no clue what that means. You need to take a picture of question number 2 and email it to me and maybe tell me your guess or why you think you're having a problem. All right, so that's more Unit 5. The last thing is you need to show and upload your work to Canvas. Otherwise, I'm not going to go get your score. It's kind of a nightmare for me to go get your score in Edulastic, and it's really hard for me to see who has done the assignment most recently. The way that I'm tracking who has done the assignments every day is by going to Canvas. So you have to upload your work to Canvas. So with that said, let's talk about uploading your work to Canvas. The first thing is, it's kind of obnoxious to upload your work from a computer if you're using your phone to take the pictures. So my recommendation is, if you have a smartphone, download the Canvas app on your smartphone. There's a student version. Log in just like normal, and then you're going to want to upload your assignments using that, because when you use your smartphone and you use the app and go to the assignment, then you can click upload, and one of the options is going to be to use your phone, like to upload a picture from your phone. It's so much easier than uploading to a computer. So that's an option if you have a smartphone. I just wanted to say the pictures that you can take and upload, like your scratch work, that can either be a blank paper that you've drawn on. Obviously, don't send me a blank piece of paper. That means nothing. But you could start with a blank paper and do your work on that. Or on Canvas, hopefully you've seen that I have created some skeletal worksheets, basically worksheets that have spaces for you to fill in the blanks for every problem. And so again, everybody gets a unique problem, but this skeleton allows you to copy down your work on that one paper, and then you could take a picture of that. Finally, as I kind of mentioned before, you may use the scratch pad on Edulastic, but you still have to upload something onto Canvas telling me that that's what you did. Otherwise, if nothing's on Canvas, I don't know that you did the work. It's really hard for me to find your score on Edulastic unless I know to look for it. So if you did that, you could just make a blank Google document or take a picture of a paper that says, I did my work on Scratchpad. And that will be enough for me to know to go look at Edulastic to get your score, and I can actually see your Scratchpad work. So that is an option. Any one of those three will work, but no matter what, you have to upload something to Canvas. All right, so we just talked about the Unit 5 review. Let's talk about the geometry project. So this is going to be a 4-part project. You're going to do 1 part per week through the week of April. Everything builds, and you're going to, before you start the project, you need to figure out, do you live in a house or do you live in an apartment? Now, if you live in a townhome or a condo, those count as apartments for this specific worksheet. And I'm going to have basically 2 different types of assignments. One if you live in a house, and one if you live in an apartment or a townhome or a condo. Okay, so you're going to need to know which type of place you live in, and then you're going to, the things you draw on your papers for this assignment, you're going to need to keep those for every single week. You're going to be building on top of those papers every week, so make sure you don't lose them. And all of the instructions for these are on Canvas in the form of a slide. So I'm going to have a house slideshow, and I'm going to have an apartment slideshow. And the reason why we're doing slides is because, first of all, I can put that on the assignment in Canvas, but also I can do step-by-step instructions, 1 instruction per page, so you don't get too overwhelmed. I can actually record audio for every step, and that's what I've done. So if you go and you don't want to read the instruction, there's a little icon you can click and hear me read the instruction for you. And this way I could put a picture example for what every single step should look like. So make sure you go onto Canvas under the assignment, so it'll say Geometry Project Week 1 or something like that. And you're going to find the slideshow that matches either the house or the apartment, and click through those slides 1 step at a time. When you're done with that, what you're going to want to do is, the last step is going to be to take 2 pictures. You're going to be having 2 pages that you're working on, and so you're going to take 1 picture of each page and upload those 2 pages onto Canvas under the geometry project assignment. Okay, so that is what we're doing on those. Let's just quickly go over my schedule. I have a meeting from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock every morning with the other math teachers. So I'm not available then. I'm going to be at a meeting on camera. But I will be answering emails anytime from 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. I am at my computer answering emails. I can't go anywhere. I have to be at my computer for that. So if you're having a problem with an assignment, that's the best time to catch me. From 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I'm going to be updating old late work. That takes a lot of time for me to do. It's kind of why I really hate late work right now, because it's extra time to grade those assignments. But that's what I'm doing from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And then because it's kind of a booger to do that, I am going to be upgrading your Unit 5 review and geometry projects on Friday. So the stuff that I'm assigning this Monday, I'm not going to even look at them until Friday. And on Friday, I'm going to go get the scores for all of those things and upload those grades on Friday. And that's it. Hopefully this announcement was amazing and helpful for you. Make sure you stay at home. Make sure you stay safe. Wash your hands. And always make good choices. Bye.